Well, hi everyone, Nightie Baking. We're going to be making the ultimate yellow layer cake today. There's no more common layer cake in the country that's made, or people attempt to make, than the yellow layer cake. But as we know, oftentimes it's dry, and they just don't turn out as well as you like it. You think to yourself, oh, I have to have all those crazy extra xanthan gum and all these other things that they put in the package mixes to make a soft cake. Actually, you don't. You know what the secret recipe, you know what the secret weapon is of making a great yellow cake? Well, stick with me and I'm going to show you, okay? So come on over to, we're going to go up on the Skycam a little bit. We're going to discuss what we're going to be doing today and some of our ingredients, okay? Okay, these are the ingredients that I think you need to make a really good yellow layer cake, okay? First thing to remember is get yourself some parchment, because a lot of times when you buy these cake pans that are supposedly non-stick, they still stick, and what happens is they tend to tear up your cake when you go to remove them. So what I like to do is get a non-stick spray, and I've already cut it out. I just traced them, I sat them on top of a piece of parchment, and then all I did is just trace it out on top of it, and you can see that they're going to fit really well in the bottom. And when I go to pour the batter, and it's going to be very easy to release it. So I want to do that to two of the 9-inch cake pans here. I have salt, I have sugar, milk, I also have the secret ingredient, mayonnaise, some vanilla flavoring here, some baking powder, and I also have softened 2 sticks of butter here, which is about, it's about half a pound of butter here, and then I have 4 eggs at room temperature. So the first thing I want to do is to cream the sugar and the butter, and I'm going to be using the hand mixer today. So I'm going to take the butter here, and I'm going to add it into the pot here, the mixing bowl, the big mixing thing that came from the Cuisinart mixer there. I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to put a 1.5 cups sugar on top of it, and I'm going to cream it real well. That's really the key to an excellent cake, is making sure to cream the butter and the sugar. Okay guys, welcome back. I've got a 1.5 cups of sugar on top of 1 cup of butter, and that comes out to two of the sticks. Usually a pound comes four half sticks in there, so you want 2 of the half sticks, and the sugar. Now some recipes call for 2 cups of sugar, but it's nice, you know, that the cake is, it's not overwhelmingly sweet. So we want to go ahead. I got the hand mixer, and start your speed low because you don't want this blowing all over the place, okay? Take your time, this will take a little bit of time. The trick is you want to beat this until all the granularity is gone. The grains of sugar have sort of melted. So what I want to do now is a little bit of help along here. I have the secret ingredient, and what I want to do is I want to add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise in there, and use a good brand. The mayonnaise is going to help it be stay fluffy and rise real good and retain its shape, and then continue to fluff up the sugar and the butter. Mix it all in there real good. I'm sure you can see how amazingly fluffy this is now. It's almost like a whipping, like a whipped cream in there, and that's exactly what you want. So I want to go ahead and start adding the eggs. one at a time. One at a time. Make sure it's thoroughly incorporated before you add the second one. Then we're going to add a little bit of vanilla in, and we're going to set this aside. And we're going to get our dry mix going, our flour, salt, and our baking powder. Okay, so I'm going to do this one more little whip and start adding the eggs in. That's good. You can see how the consistency of that, how it makes peaks and things. That's excellent. So now we want to go ahead and get our dry ingredients ready. That'll be 2½ cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. We're going to get that all thoroughly combined, and we're going to start adding it to the mixture, and we're going to alternate between adding the dry and we're going to add some milk to it. I'm going to check the amount of milk, so yeah, stick with me. We're getting ready to pour away here and get her in the pans. Okay guys, we are back, and like I said, make sure you're combining that real good. So we're going to be using 1 cup of milk here, and we're going to be adding that in. I'm going to switch the power cord for the mixer so you can actually, I'll be shifting this over to this side so you can see a little better here. And what we want to do now is go ahead, this is all thoroughly combined. We want to shake about 1/3 in here first, one third of the dry mix. And we want to hit that very low speed. Get that sort of incorporated, then about 1/3 of the milk. Get that incorporated real good. Don't want to overbeat it, and it's time to add in the 2/3 of the flour mix, the flour, baking powder, and salt. Add the 2/3 of the milk. Remember, you don't want this too liquidy. The key to a dense cake is not having having it super liquidy. Okay, it's not like we're making Italian bread here. And there goes the last of the milk. Exactly what we're looking for in the way of a batter. I want to go ahead and take a spatula and make sure that's all really well worked down on the sides, and we've incorporated all of the batter here. And guess what? I think that we are good to go here. So I want to go ahead and take the batter now and fire it into the 2 pans. And we're going to bake this. I'm going to check the bake time. I want to get you down the counter side and check the bake time. I've got the oven preheated to 350. Okay guys, what we're actually going to do, I'm going to back this heat down slightly. Yeah, about 325 it should be. And we're going to put it in. For me, it's going to be about 25 to 30 minutes because I have a convection oven that has a fan in it. For you, it'll probably be 30, probably 35 minutes for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and now separate the batter between the two. And this will be really nice served with ice cream tomorrow night. A really nice, good looking batter. And try to split it evenly between the two. And catch that on the side. We need every bit of that goodness. I'm going to spread it around. Try not to slide your paper, your parchment, on the bottom, and try to leave a little low spot in the middle, because as we know, cakes tend to rise in the middle, and if you make a little bit of a depression there, it helps make it a little bit flatter. So there's one there. We got that pretty smooth down, and now we're going to do number two here, and same deal. Smooth it down. Make sure you push it in. This is a thick batter. It's going to be a dense cake. You want to grab the rest and put a little more there and a little more shake there. Get all of that goodness out and into the pan. So there we go. And that's going to be wonderful. And I've sort of depressed the middle a little bit, so it hopefully won't rise as high. In theory anyway, they always tend to hump up in the middle. So here we go. Going to open the oven here and fire them in. Let me shift the camera there so you can see I've got it nice and pre-warmed. You might want to hit it once or twice. Alright, and into the rack she goes. That helps move a few air bubbles out. So there they go. So we'll see you in about 35 minutes, okay? Ooh la la, I smell cake. It's smelling so good in the house now. It's incredible. Don't open the oven door. Whatever you do, you just want to take a little peek in. It's just rising beautifully. Now I'm hoping it's going to be a nice, dense cake as opposed to something that just rises high and dries out. So, all right, we got about 10 more minutes to go. Woohoo! Okay guys, alright, the timer has gone off and it's now time to remove the cakes, and boy, the whole house smells so good. It is amazing. And we want to make sure you never want to overcook a cake, because what's actually going to happen is this is going to still continue cooking for a couple minutes, or baking. When you pull it out of the oven, yes, it's going to continue baking because that heat is still penetrating there. So yeah, it looks beautiful. I'll grab the camera off the stand here and I'll give you guys a look at how beautiful. Nice beautiful golden brown here. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I love scratch baking. Okay, so we're going to let this cool down for a couple of hours, and then we're going to remove it and ice it. Going to make have this nice chocolate icing on it, and we should be good to go for tomorrow. So I'll check back when we take them out of the take the two cakes out of the pan here and fire them up for frosting. So yeah, so far so good. I wish you had smell-o-vision. This smells so good. Alright guys, welcome back. It is time to ice the cake, and the nice thing is, if you've properly prepared your pan and used the parchment paper, it's real easy just to flip it out here, remove the parchment paper, and then just center it up on the bottom cake just like so. Now we're going to go ahead and ice this up. Now I'm using store-bought icing. I know, I just don't Time is kind of against me today, but the nice thing about chocolate icing, you don't have to worry about putting a crumb coat on it. If the crumbs float into the chocolate, nobody's going to even notice. So, I'm going to finish this up today and let you see the finished product, and I think everybody will really enjoy this tomorrow. Okay, just make sure she's all good and even, and don't go over any spots more than once, or you'll pull up a lot of crumbs. If you have any extra, just put it on top. I like to give a pattern like that over the top. Gives it kind of a French look to it. And there she is in all of her glory, one beautiful scratch-made layer cake, yellow cake with chocolate icing, store-bought icing. But this thing should be the bomb tomorrow. It should be a nice capper on everything. Thanks for watching, everybody. The yellow layer cake with chocolate icing. And I think you'll agree it looks spectacular, and I'm betting with the mayonnaise and the bake time in about 35 minutes, I'm betting this thing is going to be plenty moist inside and have a good density to it. So, well, we'll see tomorrow when the gang's all here. So thanks for being here today on that Naughty Nightie Baking Yellow Chocolate Iced Layer Cake Edition. Thanks, everyone.